Hey everyone, it's Omi from Leftovers for Dinner, and today I'm going to share with you guys my DIY camper van, as well as my new project. It's a podcast, the Turquoise and Beef Jerky Roadshow. Now, the Turquoise and Beef Jerky Roadshow is my new project, where I focus on traveling and going and seeing really cool stuff, really weird and wacky stuff, as well as just random cool things that the full-time adventurer would be really interested in. Go check out that channel. It is Turquoise and Beef Jerky on YouTube, or you can visit my website, which is TBJRoadshow.com. And right there on that page, click on podcast and take a look at my latest podcast episode. Now, on to the camper van. I've actually had this thing for a few months now, and I've already started the process of turning it into a DIY camper van. It's not complete, but I kind of hope that if you check out my channel, the Cheap Geek 1 channel, as well as Turquoise and Beef Jerky, you can get a good feel of what we're doing to turn this into a camper van that we can live in full time. So let's go ahead and flip the camera, and I'll show you guys everything about the van. Okay, so here it is. This is a 2004 Dodge high-top van. It is a Ram 3500 basically. So it's pretty much like those big giant Ram trucks you see. It's a pretty big van. This used to be a service van, which meant it hauled old people from the retirement home or the hospital back and forth to do their errands like grocery shopping, which is cool because that means it had really low miles on it when we got it. Now, we have done some work to it, and I'll show you guys what a lot of that is. Most of that work you can find on the Cheap Geek 1 YouTube channel. So if you have been paying attention to the Cheap Geek 1 channel, you do know that he put wheel simulators on this, and we did lose one, but we got a replacement, so that's good. And we're just going to dive right into the heart of the camper van because I forgot to unlock the passenger door. Yeah, so this van opens up 2 swing doors. That's really cool, and they're as tall as the high top. That's something you don't see a lot of times. It does come with a DIY stripper pole, and that's just a joke, folks. This was actually a pole to help elderly people get in here. There are 2 steps. This step is actually welded on underneath, so we don't plan on taking it off, but because the van has such high clearance, it actually doesn't make that much of a difference when we're going, through campgrounds or through the woods. Let's go ahead and get in here. Now, so far, this is our adventure weekend setup. We haven't lived in it full time for an extended period of time yet, but we're working on it. So this is just what we have so far, plus it's cleaning day, so there's a couple of things that might be missing. We do have our general water right there, as well as some oil. And we do have these little drawers right here. Those are pretty cool. And we just put knick-knack stuff in there when we're sleeping. Put your cell phone in there. I put my glasses in there because I can't see or do anything without my glasses. And, just general stuff. There's a little place right here. And right here, we put our solar panel. We fold it. Oh, actually, we fold some blankets, and then we put the solar panel, and then we put another blanket on top of that, and it fits in there just fine. These cabinets, they're good. We might be replacing them, and I'll show you why soon. So if you open these up, we got food so far. We've packed this thing to the hilt, and we've had approximately 3 weeks of food. So food over here normally, and then on this side, we have miscellaneous kitchen stuff. The only thing missing out of there right now is a bowl, but we do have a little dishwashing tub. We have some more plateware down there, some disposable cups, and baby wipes. So all of our food and everything fits in here, and it's working good so far. It does eat up a little bit of space, so we're thinking about changing things up. Now, another reason we're thinking about replacing this is because we have one of these fatigue relief mats, also known as like a yoga mat. We got this nice thick matting right here, so that my big dog Ben has a comfortable place to sleep on the floor, and it's not, you know, he's not laying on straight up metal. This mat is great. We might be getting him another one. The problem is when you open the drawer. See? So we're trying to come up with a solution for that, and we'll probably post to YouTube when we come up with a solution. Over here we have the standard Vandweller 5-gallon bucket for various body purposes. We actually have 2 of these, and I'm going to be reviewing those and basically giving my opinion on why this is a better emergency pooper than the other one. And you'll be surprised to know this cheaper one is actually better than the one I spent like $35 on. So yeah. Now, again, this is just our weekend setup, but I do want to show you guys. We have 2 jackets laying on 2 passenger seats, but if you lift these up, you have our photography tripods. They're actually stuck to the seats, and we just pull them out when we need them. We have an additional water storage stuff. We have 2 containers. Both of them are safe to drink. We actually mark the ones that are just normal use water. I guess it's called gray water. But these are for drinking, which is good, because if you have 2 people and 2 dogs out here in the desert, you need as much water as you can pack. So yeah, we have some various storage bags inside here. This is our wash basin for various things. We also have some other stuff, just random camping stuff. What I do want to show you is our external marine battery. This is our backup battery for electricity at the moment. I really like this battery box, because this battery box, if you can see, this wire goes here, goes up, and here we go, our power inverter. So what we do is plug in stuff like a phone charger or lighting, and you're good to go. Oh, another thing about this battery box, if you don't have like normal plugs, you can still plug in other things, including a USB cable. So that's really sweet. Now here is our bed and some cute decorations from the dollar store. So yeah. Oh, and here's our bed. We have a very thick quilt, 2 sheets, and some blankets. Oh, we also have these blankets, which we don't really use for sleeping. We use the little Indian blanket right there for the dog, but then we use these blankets by putting them up on these binder clips, and they make impromptu privacy curtains that I can take down real quick every morning and put up real quick every evening. That way nobody is really looking in on the van looking at my butt. So yeah. Now the van is I guess, what do you call it, tinted, so you can't really see in unless the sun's pointing in just right, but I don't want to risk that. I don't want people seeing anything. Yeah. So that's the bed so far. Where is my remote? Yeah, let's look for the remote. Is it in here? Okay, like I said, we put a bunch of junk in here. There's a dog bone, that's great. Ben probably put it in there for safekeeping. Okay, normally I have a remote. Let's see if I can find it. I have a remote which lets these LED lights go off, and that's really cool. That's why I plugged them in. But I have no idea what I did with the remote, so we'll just skip that. Oh yeah, so we have an electric cooler. It keeps things very cool, and we also have a thermostat for it to let us know how cool or hot it is getting inside of that cooler. So yeah, and then anything that's just can last a little bit longer, things like cheeses and butter, we put in this cooler right here. And this cooler and these seats, I definitely have to sweep them because Ben is shedding, as you guys can see. Now, we're going to go to the front, and this is the front. That's a lot, yeah. That is a little bed for Pepper, so that she can sit, because Pepper is small and she likes to have a little nest, and she just curls up in there and just doesn't talk to us for the whole trip. But Ben sits right here and he's fine. Pepper, we got to get her the little bed. Underneath the little bed was a little hand-painted gray box that has been insulated, and then inside of that insulation in the box is a small cooler that we use for drinks. So we don't have to stop, pull the coolers out, and get something to drink. We can actually just lift Pepper up and then grab a soda or some juice. Now, the front of the van, this isn't everything, but we do have a bunch of stuff. Normally we have our tablet here. This is our action camera that we're using as a dash cam, and our GPS. When everything's set up, we also have a smartphone and just a lot of electronics here to let us know how we're doing on the road. The tablet is set up to give us engine readings and other things. We use the Torque app, which is free and gives us a good idea of how things are going. If you've listened to the podcast, you know that that was a concern at one point because of a water pump. Now, we also have walkie-talkies because the places we go, we don't always have cell phone. So we got some good walkie-talkies up to 25-mile range. Honestly, it's about 3 to 9 miles. So, yeah, but they're pretty good. I mean, they are Cobras, and I'm fond of them. Oh, and the CB. So the CB is right there. Oh, and a little privacy thing, you know, because not only do you use that to block out the sun, to prevent your dash from cracking out in the desert, you can also put it up so nobody can see inside your van. Yeah. Now, a lot of this stuff you can find on the Cheap Geek 1 YouTube channel. And let's go ahead, stop the camera, and I'm going to tell you about some of the things that aren't in the van so far. Oh, real quick, I do want to show you, look, I have a ladder for the top of my camper van. That's pretty cool. Get branches that fall, you know, off of the top and whatever, and also take care of the top. What they don't say about high top vans is that the top sometimes requires maintenance. It's a fiberglass shell, kind of similar to boats. Inside the back is where we have a lot of more stuff. We have a lantern, a small, portable external grill, or foldable grill, camped at places that don't have a grill. Now, we do have a camp kitchen box, which is going to be a whole nother video later. And then we have some regular kitchen items, some more stuff that didn't fit in the cabinets that I mentioned earlier. We got 2 chairs. And we have some miscellaneous camping gear. Inside of here is a brand new grill that I got. Yep, tabletop grill, and this is a Coleman. It's actually really nice. We've used it once already. And a mosquito screen and some various extra stuff you need if you're an RVer or a camper van person. Now, the mosquito screen, a lot of people don't tell you about that. You should get one. You can find them for cheap at like Walgreens or even like Big Lots for down to $5. And we were staying in Bradley Lakes State Park in New Mexico. Nothing but bugs. I was so glad when we set that up and sprayed a little bug spray, because otherwise I would have been eaten by bugs all night. Now, when I push everything in here, oops, go like this, you can see there's quite a bit of room eaten up by the cabinets and these boxes. So we are working on a solution for that right now. Oh, behind there is our Flowmaster weed sprayer, which actually works as a DIY shower. Just need a shower head for it. Extra blanket, emergency blanket, and jump starter. So, yeah. Oh, did I mention the chairs? Chairs. We have chairs too. So if you're living full-time in your van, you are going to need a heat source because you can't leave the engine running all the time. We have a very small Mr. Buddy heater. I'm trying to find a size comparison. It goes up to my knee. Not that big. So yeah. We also have a Frigidaire portable AC unit, which we plan on installing when we get the chance. This is a old-timey camper van percolator for coffee, which we plugged in, and as soon as we plugged it in, it ate half of our battery. So not everything you find for cheap is a good solution. Yeah. Oh, this is a hitch that our friend John gave us, and we'll be setting that up too. Oh, tables. So we have these 2 cheap orange tables that we got from Walmart for super cheap, and those work great because sometimes you end up at a place and the campground doesn't have picnic tables, or worse, picnic tables are kind of in bad condition. We got 2 of these. Now, the last thing I do want to show you guys is our solar panel. This is a solar panel we plan to use to power us along the way on our little travels. We have a storage bag from Coleman to put a lot of stuff last minute into should we need it. So there you go. Now, all this is going to be on the Cheap Geek 1 YouTube channel, as well as the TBJRoadshow.com website. You can always tune into the podcast, which is tbjroadshow.com/blog, or, go on to YouTube and type turquoise and beef jerky roadshow. So that's about it. Other than, well, basically, thanks for watching, and be sure to check out those sites. This is my new project. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. I know you're very used to Leftovers for Dinner being the place to go to find out more about me, but I'm very passionate about this new project, so please check it out. I think you'll like it.